Hi, everyone. My name is Sanquinetta Hart, and I will be presenting this evening my project on Unilever and skin color. To give you a little background information, in June of 2020, Unilever, one of the world's biggest advertisers in skin and beauty care, was accused of selling products that advocate lighter, whiter skin in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. Beauty and personal care companies have been accused of promoting and advocating these standards of beauty for many years. In addition, companies like Unilever, Procter and Gamble, L'Oreal, and Johnson and Johnson, some of the world's largest advertisers, all sell beauty products that advocate lighter, whiter skin in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. In this slide, I will discuss the barriers to intercultural communications and will focus on only two. The first is the decision to remove fair, light, and white from product packaging in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. This decision was done in light of the negative criticism it drew for perpetuating colorism, the term describing the preference of lighter skin. Unilever issued a statement saying the company intends to champion a new era of beauty which is equitable and inclusive, as well as sustainable for the planet. The second barrier is to improve overall communications. In the Sunny Jane quote, removing normal from our products and packaging will not fix the problem of harmful norms and stereotypes alone, but it is an important step forward. It doesn't solve the issue, but that is a start. In this, one of the barriers to intercultural communication, there was an ad that was done by Dove that was deemed racist a few years ago. And Lola Ogunyemi was featured in a Dove ad deemed racist when she removed her nude top to reveal her changing into a white woman. In the full version commercial, it asked the question, if your skin were a wash label, what would it say? Fred Jant stated that when you have no information about a new culture, it might make sense to assume no differences exist. But making that assumption could result in miscommunication. In Lola's case, the narrative was miscommunicated throughout the global beauty community, misrepresenting her dark skin as being inferior. In my solutions and action plan, the first solution I came up with would be to not just rename or rebrand the product, but provide truth in advertising. Shank 2020 suggests in her 6 guidelines to negotiating skills that separating the people from the problem helps to avoid the tendency to blame. One way to promote this narrative is what Unilever is presently doing by representing women of all shapes, sizes, and colors in their natural beauty to represent product lines. Unilever said they're saying no to normal. And research recently showed that 74% of people want the beauty and personal care industry to reflect a broader definition of beauty. Excuse me. The action plan would be to create a diversity, equity, and inclusion committee to conduct annual clinics at Unilever globally to address product representation, both current and future. The second solution I suggest is to educate the Black and Brown communities in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, particularly women, of the dangers of using these skin lightening products. Um, Again, the second suggestion is to educate. Unilever should provide in their advertising the harmful effects that these skin lightening products typically do and the harmful ingredients contained in them, such as kojic acid and hydroquinone. For this action plan, I would increase education and awareness through free community share, and service programs to young women who have been brainwashed into thinking these products improve self-esteem, promotion, and racial stereotypes that have permeated colorism throughout their entire childhoods. The third and lastly solution that I've suggested would be to get an apology from Unilever. An apology for the misrepresentations and purposes that these products serve will play a critical role in the global community's obsession with light skin. Dove did, however, issue an apology following Lola's ad, but it was met with extreme backlash and mistrust. Nonetheless, they have redeemed themselves, currently creating advertisements that glorify the natural woman as her natural self. Finally, Unilever will create a semi-annual petition of accountability. This accountability, would help to ease the pressures of positing whiteness as universal and non-whiteness as other. In conclusion, these solutions and action plans may not be viable, but it is important that we recognize and address the advertising of these problematic campaigns, negative self esteem issues, the treating of women of color as inferior, and more explicitly, the packaging of these products globally to include diversity, equity, and inclusion. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and contact me. Thanks for your attention.